Overview. Unlimited Power, The New Science of Personal Achievement, 1986, by Tony Robbins, is a self-help book that shares strategies for promoting personal and professional success. With the power of practical tools and positive thought, people can unlock unlimited reservoirs of potential in themselves. Whatever the desire, whether it's landing a dream job or walking over a bed of hot coals without getting burned, the only things required to obtain it are a belief and the commitment to act on it. Optimum performance technologies are strategies that collectively lead to personal success, whatever one thinks that may be. There are 5 keys to personal and financial success. They are the ability to live with frustration, to continue working despite rejection, to cope with financial pressure, to avoid feeling self-satisfied, and to focus on giving instead of receiving. Human experience isn't intrinsically positive or negative. Instead, experience is colored by whatever subjective interpretation someone imposes on it. The power of subjectivity and perception can't be overstated. Many people go with life's natural flow, oblivious to their own untapped potential. Successful people never go with the flow. Instead, they seize control and take charge of their own destinies. This power is available to everyone, but it must be cultivated and pursued relentlessly. Effective communication with oneself and others is a crucial skill in life. Self-talk, for instance, helps produce a person's state, which is affected by physical and emotional factors. Psychological states are always in flux and have very little to do with external reality. They are governed by thoughts and therefore can be changed at will. Depression, for instance, is a set of behaviors that can be reversed or avoided altogether. Physical experience is another important component of a personal state. Attributes like posture, breathing, and facial expression all affect one's state at any given time. Sensory-based exercises that are connected to physicality can help manage unhappy memories, and happy memories can be emphasized using the same techniques. One's state can also be impacted by nutrition. People should take care with their diet, eating foods such as fruits and vegetables that are rich in water, and avoiding dairy and meat, which don't promote good circulation. They also should avoid drinking tap water as much as possible because it contains toxic substances and cannot cleanse the body. A successful strategy for attaining a goal must be outlined in detail. This exercise establishes the path to success. The next step is to believe that success is inevitable. This belief helps convert a dream into reality. By framing experiences that happen along the way in a positive light, people increase their chances for success. Framing experiences in a negative manner increases the likelihood of failure. If a certain belief doesn't promote success, it should be dropped or altered. A good shortcut to success is a technique called modeling, which involves taking on another individual as a role model. Everyone has the same neural equipment and capabilities, so anyone should be able to reproduce another person's success. This may require a good deal of effort because the role model's physiology, psychology, and behaviors must be emulated as closely as possible. Communicating with other people is an important life skill, but it's particularly important in the pursuit of success. The people that one meets can offer help by acting as role models or providing other forms of support. It's important to build rapport by attending to their preferences, values, and communication styles. It is best to meet people where they are, focusing on common ground whenever possible. Good communicators look for areas of alignment and agreement instead of trying to invalidate another person's point of view. Finally, individuals should articulate their values, which dictate behavior, as well as the way in which people understand right and wrong. Although values are hugely important and influential, they aren't always obvious or on the surface. Often, values lie beneath one's conscious awareness. It's critical to unearth them so they can be studied carefully. When people understand their own values, they can make choices that lead to a happy, satisfying life. Like beliefs, values aren't static. They can change over time and can be consciously manipulated. Optimum performance technologies are accessible to anyone at any time. When people are thoughtful and deliberate about their mindsets and choices, happiness and fulfillment are all but guaranteed. Key insights. 1. There is no knowable objective reality. There is only one's subjective interpretation of reality. 2. Each person's experience is shaped by the power of positive or negative thinking much more than external events. 3. People can set themselves up for success by communicating effectively with themselves and others. 4. Successful people should be modeled. The modeling process requires the close study and emulation of the role model's physiology, psychology, behaviors, and beliefs. 5. There is no such thing as complete failure. Even a negative result produces data that can eventually lead to a positive result. 6. Persistence and flexibility are essential personal characteristics to cultivate. When a strategy is unsuccessful, alternatives should be sought. 7. Personal change can happen much more quickly than most people imagine. 8. To lead a satisfying life, a person's values, beliefs, and actions must be carefully aligned. Important people. Tony Robbins is the author of Unlimited Power. He is a motivational speaker, business consultant, and life coach. Kenneth Blanchard, who has participated in one of Robbins's seminars, wrote the book's foreword. He is a management consultant who co-authored The 1-Minute Manager, 1980. Sir Jason Winters is the author of the book's introduction. He is one of Robbins's clients. John Grinder and Richard Bandler co-created Neuro-Linguistic Programming, NLP, a psychological paradigm that Robbins frequently uses. Author style. Tony Robbins writes about concepts and exercises taken from extant psychological schools of thought, particularly NLP, a pseudo-scientific paradigm in psychology. He only credits sources in the broadest sense, so it's difficult to determine which specific ideas, if any, are unique to him. Robbins attends carefully to language and its emotional weight and makes a point of rephrasing negative language in neutral terms. For example, he replaces the word failure with the less charged term results. At the end of the book, he includes a glossary of common words that he uses in idiosyncratic ways. Robbins includes stories about the people he's worked with into his account. Less often, he includes stories from his personal life. He asks questions of the reader, which makes the book more engaging than if it were strictly expositional. The text includes a workbook element in that Robbins often suggests exercises. These are integrated into the text instead of separated into an appendix. Robbins frequently closes chapters with a partial sentence, trailing off with ellipses. The sentence is finished by turning the page and reading the next chapter title, which gives the text a greater degree of momentum than usual for his otherwise tedious style. Robbins's most distinctive stylistic trait is his frequent use of inspirational quotes, not just as epigraphs before chapters, but throughout the text. Most of these quotes are from prominent thinkers, businessmen, and other historical figures. All are men. Among words from people like Ralph Waldo Emerson and Theodore Roosevelt, Robbins frequently quotes himself. Author's perspective. Tony Robbins is one of the world's most famous self-help gurus and business leadership consultants. He is known for his books, motivational speeches, live seminars, and work with high-level executives. Robbins's first title, Unlimited Power, was his debut as a national figure. Robbins strongly believes in the transformative power of positive thinking, personal empowerment, and the possibility of overcoming even the most unfortunate life circumstances. While he acknowledges that biology can play a role in performance in certain areas, such as athletics, He largely fails to recognize genetics or physiology as factors in disorders, such as clinical depression or any mental illness. The author's belief in self-determination is deeply connected to his own biography. Robbins, now a well-connected millionaire, is a self-made man who began his career as a janitor. Many of the ideas and strategies that Robbins espouses are taken directly from NLP. The sections in Unlimited Power about establishing rapport and taking cues from people's eye movement, for instance, are taken directly from the NLP playbook. Intended audience. Unlimited Power casts a wide net in terms of audience, positioning itself as potentially beneficial to anyone from unemployed people to high-level executives. The techniques that Robbins describes don't require financial resources, but they do demand a certain openness of mind. Some of his suggestions, such as his instructions about eating and drinking, are unconventional, if not ill-advised.